Call this meeting to order. We have all 5 counselors present. We have a few less people on the call than we normally do, with both Mike and Chris Hood, city attorney and city administrator, being not present. But all of us are here, so it's good. Does anyone have anything to read for the open forum? Nope, seeing none. Going once, going twice. All right, we'll close the open forum and move on to the consent agenda. Consent agenda has a typical 3 things. This meeting's agenda. So if there's anything to add, now is the time to do it. Previous meeting minutes, and then payment of bills, which includes the second batch of bills that was sent out this afternoon. Unless someone would like to pull something for individual discussion, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented, including the new batch of bills. Anyone?
So moved.
Okay, there's a motion. Is there a second to that motion? Bueller?
Were we going to discuss the Public Works Garage?
Yeah, that's on the amended agenda that was sent out this afternoon.
Okay, in addition to the bills.
Yep, that's the one that I'm working off of. So
okay, I'll second it then.
All right, motion and a second. Any further discussion on the consent agenda? Hearing none, we'll go through the roll call vote, just going from top to bottom on my screen here. Anton, your vote.
Aye.
Kelly, your vote.
Aye.
Craig, your vote.
Aye.
Tim, your vote.
Aye.
And I am an aye as well. Consent agenda carries. We'll move right along then. So the second reading of Ordinance 2020-02. So the zoning modifications we've been working on. First reading we did at the last meeting. This is the second reading of this ordinance. Any discussion for this second reading? Any feedback you've heard, and or a motion for approval of the second reading? All of those things are on the table. Ready, set, go.
Patrick, go ahead.
I haven't heard anything at all from anybody about our first reading, concerns about that, or the changes we made or anything. So, I'm guessing, I'm ready to make the motion to approve the second reading, but I'll certainly leave it to the rest of the council to have any discussion, before that, if there is concern or question about anything.
All right, so Tim, what you're saying, you're not making the motion right now, but you're saying that you are, you haven't heard anything, and if there's any discussion that needs to happen before a motion is made, now is the time.
Well, hearing no other comments, or did Anton, did you have something to say?
I was just going to confirm with Patrick that we didn't receive anything. City Hall didn't get anything. I mean, I know nothing was in our minutes, but I just wanted to confirm that.
We haven't gotten anything.
Okay. I have not heard anything anywhere or from anybody since the changes that we made last time. And
Okay. So, Tim?
I will make a motion to approve the second reading of the zoning ordinance amendments, and it's been a long time in the works, and I think we've done our work. The Planning Commission has done their work, and it may not be perfect, but I think it's a good attempt at trying to address the issue of housing affordability, at least the concerns that were raised about how it might affect, be affected by our zoning ordinance. And I think this is a good chance to let it play out and let the community take advantage of it.
All right, so there's a motion for the approval of the second reading. Is there a second to that?
I'll second that.
Okay, motion and a second. Any further discussion on the second reading? Hearing none. Move to roll call vote. Same order as last time. Anton, your vote.
Aye.
Kelly, your vote.
Aye.
Craig, your vote.
Aye.
Tim, your vote.
Aye.
And I am an aye as well. Second reading is approved. So thank you for all the work that you've put into that. I do believe that we have some modifications that will help to address some of the concerns that have come up around housing in the city. So that's pretty exciting. We're moving right along to the final levy that we've got here. So this is resolution 2020-12. The total tax levy for 2021 is being tabulated at $990,867.40, and that is an increase of 1.82% over the 2020 levy. We went through our breakdown of all of that, the different aspects of that in the last meeting. So right now, if there's any discussion about the final levy or a motion to approve, would definitely, now is the time for those things. Anybody? I'll make a motion to approve. What we got? We got. I was right there and I didn't even remember what it is. Resolution 2020-12. So I will make the motion to approve the final 2020 tax levy collectible in 2021 at the amount that is in the packet. Is there a second for that motion?
I'll make the second.
Okay, motion and a second. Any further discussion on the tax levy as presented?
Hey, could you just say again what the percentage increase was?
The percentage, and Kim can verify for me by nodding her head or not, but the numbers that we are operating off of right now, the $990,867.40, it looks to me like it's a 1.82% increase over last year.
Yeah, that's what I remembered it too, and I know you said it, but I missed that. So thank you.
Yeah, I had to say it twice too. So, all right. Any further discussion? All right. Seeing none, we'll go through the roll call vote. Anton, your vote.
Aye.
Kelly, your vote.
Aye.
Craig, your vote. Oh, you're muted.
Aye.
Tim, your vote.
Aye.
And I am an aye as well. Resolution 2020-12 carries. Thank you for your work on the levy for next year. One of the things that we have that's added to the agenda is bids for the demolition of the old Public Works garage. So because this is under the $175,000 cap, we don't have to do sealed bids on this. We received 5 responses with a varying level of cost, I suppose is what you can say. The lowest bid that we had, lowest responsible bid, was from Vite & Company. Their bid was $35,500. Significant saving over the next closest contractor. I believe this is because they're already going to be in the area. They're already going to be staged in the area. But the request of the administration is to approve the lowest responsible bid. We don't have to pick that one, but that's the one coming from Vite at $35,500. Any discussion on this and or motions?
I'm curious, do we
Go ahead.
know, sorry, Craig, do we
Sorry.
know what the difference is, why there's I'm kind of sad, disappointed really, that we can't go with a local when there's 4 locals and one out of town, you know, if there wasn't such a large discrepancy, I would probably look at it differently. But do we know where the difference in cost was? I mean, almost 13,000 is a fair difference
Mhm.
from the next bid. Do we have any idea?
Well, what I understand, maybe Patrick, you can break this down too. What I understand is that mobilization costs for Vite were very low because they're already going to be working in the area. So a lot of their equipment and such are already going to be around, or are already here.
But we have 4 companies that are located here. So again,
Right,
that's
and I
what
think
I'm trying to.
and again, Patrick, step in if I'm misspeaking here.
Well, I guess the question I would ask is, what did we ask? What did the city ask for? I mean, are there any contingencies in that bid? Is it just a flat outright remove, dispose,
The only
signed, turnkey deal?
yeah, the only thing we asked for specifically was to get a bid for the removal of the buildings on the property, and then a second bid if the contractor didn't need to remove the Menard building, which that happened.
That happened, right?
Yeah.
So that bid includes tearing down, hauling and disposal, all costs related to removing that building.
Yeah.
Just making sure that everybody bid on apples and apples, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because seeing the discrepancy in some of those bids is pretty remarkable.
Right. That's why I asked. That's why I was thinking, okay, what's going on here?
One of the things that came to mind about possibilities for this, and I don't know, I haven't spoken with Thorson or any of the other contractors that put their bid in, is the possibility that their expenses would be higher because they would have had to rent in equipment to be able to handle the project. But I don't know if that's true or not. So it's probably not something we can enter into the discussion. Vite put that number down. A lot of the other contractors I know are quite busy, so that might have an impact on their bid as well. So it's hard to say exactly why the prices are such a widespread, but we have a bid from Vite that seems pretty reasonable, and I agree with you, Kelly. It's kind of a bummer to not go with a local contractor, but it's a good chunk of money.
Yeah, if it were less, I would be more inclined to support locally, because I think it's important that we try and do that, and especially for people that live here year round and work. But again, almost $13,000 is a big difference. So I will make a motion that we approve Vite.
Okay, there's a motion. Is there a second for that?
I'll second that.
Okay, motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none?
I guess I would just second what Kelly said. I mean, I wish it was a little bit closer so it wouldn't be such a hard pill to swallow to go with the lowest local, bid. But
Right.
13 is, that's a,
It's a third of the cost.
it's $13,000. So.
Yep. All right. Any other discussion? Hearing none, go to the roll call vote. Anton, your vote.
All right.
Kelly, your vote.
Aye.
Craig, your vote.
Aye.
Tim, your vote.
Aye.
I am an aye as well. The bid from Vite is approved. So we will move. Ooh, I just got something in my eye. We'll move along to council and staff reports. We'll move through the reports the same way we've moved through the roll call vote. So Anton, you're up. Anything to report?
Well, I didn't have any meetings since the last one, but I know this is Tim's last meeting, so I just wanted to thank him for all the work he's done and helping me when I first got on, and always being a good person to bounce stuff off of, and all the work that you've done. And, you know, I mean, I remember when your hair was dark black, Tim, and so it's been hard on you, I can tell, but we appreciate all the work, and yeah, we'll see you on the bike, I guess.
There you go. All right.
Thanks, Adjourn.
Kelly, any updates?
No updates. Something I want to just throw out, because I can't email because it's in violation of open meeting law, but I know something like this is similar the board has done at the hospital. I'm wondering if anybody would be interested maybe donating 1 check's worth of our pay, and doing something in return for our city staff, as a way to, because we can't just take it out of our budget and ask the taxpayers to cover it, but to put on a lunch, to, I don't know, buy sandwiches, gift cards, whatever it may be, but to do something back to our staff that has worked exceptionally hard in 2020 with everything that's gone on. I would like to donate my salary, and if there's anybody else, then maybe we could work together with City Hall to do that and do something for the staff. But something to think about, maybe individually, if people want to just email me, or that we talk to Mike, if you're at all interested. But I would really love to do something for our staff of all departments. So I'll just leave that out there.
Cool. Thanks, Kelly. Now, Patrick and Kim, I know that we have a way that we can use some funds to do like a holiday party or something like that. Is that, I'm assuming that's not happening this year. I know, Patrick, you've put together the Christmas party in the last year or two.
Yeah, we decided not to do the Christmas party this year for obvious reasons, but I think we could come up with something along the lines of what Kelly's talking about to just, you know, show some appreciation for all that the work and the conditions.
Well, and again, and not everybody has to, but I was kind of looking for a way that the counselors could reach out to staff and say thank you. I know we have a small amount within the budget. I think that we could donate to do something for you. Obviously, Chris is not on the line, but that's my true intention, is for us to personally reach out and do something. So again, I'll leave it here if people are at all interested. You have email. Obviously, Tim's leaving, so that won't matter, but I'll just leave it there.
Okay. Thanks, Kelly. So I think that probably if you're interested in participating in something like that, send a message to Patrick, and we'll figure out how we can make that happen, or if we can. So cool. Thanks for the idea, Kelly. Craig, any update?
None since the last meeting.
Okay.
Nope.
Cool. Sometimes no news is good news. Tim, your update?
Yeah, POC met and we set electric rates for 2021. We have no increase for the electric rates for next year. And I can't remember if we'd also in the previous meeting had set rates for sewer and water. And I don't remember, we increased one of those by 1%, and I can't remember whether it was sewer or water, and then we kept the other at 0% increase. So overall, we felt with the rate study that we had done and with the reserves that we had in place, that overall our funds were looking good, and there wasn't really a need. The 1% increase did reflect a little bit of a need to reestablish some reserve funds otherwise, the public utilities, I think, is a pretty sound position, and hopefully we can continue into the future with minimal levels of increase based on at least what we know today. We did go out and have a special meeting. I thought I was done with that meeting, but found out that we had to have a special meeting last week. We went out and bought all the new water meters that we'll be installing, just because the difficulty in getting meters, it was a 5-month lead time to get meters. So we felt like we needed to go out and actually get the purchase completed and get the meters in-house, so that we had them available when we wanted to get out and actually install those. So we should be, might be 5 months out before we see those meters, but by next summer we should have those meters and have the ability to go ahead and install those meters in homes. It's been somewhat of a challenge to do that with COVID and everything, to making arrangements to get in people's homes and switch out the meetings. So hopefully by the time the new meters come in, things will have improved along those lines. So hopefully that'll be the case. Yeah, and this is my last meeting. So, I thought that was with the PUC meeting too, but then another emergency came up. So, but yeah, I guess I would like to thank this council, mayor, and really I appreciate the residents, voters in the city supporting me, over these last 18 years, putting me in a position to make, what I hope were wise decisions for the future. And now you're all charged with that, and I can sit on the sidelines and have my opinions of my own. But yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to serve, and I know that the city's in good hands with elected officials, and I know that the staff is up and down from Mike on down. Everybody puts in a lot of hard work, and Kelly, what you're saying about supporting our staff is really important, because we can't conduct our business without the staff that we have. So I appreciate the ability to have served, and I'm sure you'll do a wonderful job carrying on. Thanks.
Thank you, Tim. And also, I think that I saw a reflection of Beth there, but also pass along a big thank you to Beth for lending you to us for so many years. That's definitely a very special thing as well. So thank you so much for your service. We've got some new people coming in, some exciting new stuff. So it's going to be a good thing for you to watch, to see how things continue into the future. So kudos. And I hope you have lots of thoughts about what the city's up to. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, I'll keep them to myself, maybe.
As much as you need to. Updates for me, the emergency management group met to discuss the dispensing of the COVID-19 vaccines. The vaccines are coming. People at our hospital and clinic are already receiving those. It's a two-part vaccine. So it's on kind of a complicated schedule, but my understanding, and I'm sure Kelly, you've gotten some of the feedback on this too, working at the hospital, but my understanding is that that the rollout of this vaccine to anyone who is not a medical professional is like that's off in the distance quite a ways yet. So there's still enough reason for us to be vigilant about this, and to make sure that we are still following social distancing, still wearing masks, still doing all that stuff to keep our community safe. So there's that. At the library board is working on the director's evaluation, and that technically should be done by the end of the month, but probably won't be. So that'll be something that we can, once that's complete, that'll show up in a future packet for consideration. So that's all I have. Any final comments?
I would just like to thank Tim also for all of your knowledge. And I know I've called on you when I had questions, especially with planning and zoning. And Tim's on a lot of boards. We have to think about who's filling the PUC and the planning and zoning and all of those boards that Tim's on, parks and trails. So we'll miss you.
We're all going to have to work a lot harder.
I'm sure we'll be able to find ways to split it up.
You'll figure it out. Thanks, Kim.
All right. So with all that said, thank you for 2020. Hope you guys have a great New Year's, and we'll see you on the other side of the year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2021.
Thank you,
Happy
Tim.
New Year, everybody.
Thanks, Kelly.
We are adjourned.